Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're well. Today I am doing my top 10 tips for shopping in Primark. I get asked a lot about shopping in Primark. I think it's because I have a problem with shopping in Primark and I tend to do hauls, love them or hate them. A lot of people love the Primark ones and I do get asked a lot. I get messages like in real life from actual friends. Not actual friends, that sounds awful, but you know, like real life friends, and also messages through social media just asking, how do you shop in Primark? I never find decent stuff, like my Primark's rubbish, like all that kind of thing. So I just thought I'd do a video with 10 tips on how I shop in Primark and the kind of knowledge I've built up from possibly shopping too much in there. So my first tip is get to know the layout of your store. All Primark stores will have a very general theme. This is my merchandising side coming into it. I used to work for a very well-known high street department store in their merchandising area, so buying and merchandising, and we did a lot of work and training on store fixtures and store layouts and hero fixtures and things like that. So you'll tend to find that all the best stuff is usually at the front of the store, obviously for very obvious reasons, on very obvious fixtures. So as you come in, there'll usually be one right there and right in front of you. You will find a lot of their sort of key pieces, they're very trend-led pieces, the bits they think that are going to do very, very well basically. So it's always worth checking them out. But as you kind of shop your store, you'll start to realize where they have certain things. Maybe once or twice a year they'll have a huge overhaul and completely change where everything is, but they will tend to stick to the same sort of layout because it is a lot of work to re-merchandise a store. So you'll find that if there's one area where you usually find decent stuff, if you keep going back, because it's obviously a very, very fast fashion market, there'll tend to be more good stuff there. My second tip is get to know the materials they use. A lot of Primark's materials might not work on certain body types. I know that kind of thin, clingy material does not work on me at all, but some people who are very, very skinny or very body confident, they love it and go for it. But just get to know the materials that work for your body shape and that you feel comfortable in. Also, in terms of, there are some materials that my skin doesn't feel comfortable in, so I just don't buy anything in that material. But there's a lot of cotton materials and a lot of very light based materials that I really like, and I can spot them a mile off now. My third tip, and this is a really big one, and you'll probably heard people who do Primark hauls mention this as well as me, but usually you're gonna have to buy up a size, if not 2 sizes up from what you usually are, because for some reason, I don't know if Primark originally is based in Europe. Usually a lot of the time Europe stores are a lot smaller made because people are a bit smaller, so I tend to find that I always have to go a size up, nearly, I'd say 9 times out of 10. And then in some things, especially things that have buttons that are around your bust, Primark don't really cater for busts, so I usually have to go up 2 sizes if there's anything like that. So usually I don't tend to try on in Primark. I'm really bad. I'll just return things. I'll try them on at home just because I can't be done with the whole saga of trying things on. I don't try on in many stores, to be fair. But if there are buttons and things, I will take a kind of educated guess just on knowing what works with my body shape, whether something's going to look good or not, going up a couple sizes. Because if you get it to fit here, it might not fit there and it might just look awful. So it's kind of getting to know your body shape and getting to know their sizing. My fourth tip is to follow them on social media. I don't know why I wasn't following them on social media. I think I was on Twitter, but not Instagram. And their Instagram's really, really good. They make all their clothes look insane, and they will tell you underneath in the comments whether it's available in the UK or not. A lot of the times the really, really good stuff is never available with us, but every now and again you sort of spot a thing, and I find it really easy. If I do really like something, I just bring it up on here, bring it into store and show it to one of their members of staff. I find the staff are really, really good in Primark actually, and they are quite knowledgeable and they do know their products pretty well. A lot of the time when I've gone in asking for something, they've been able to say, oh, we don't stock that, or we're not ranged for that, it's only bigger stores, or it's not available in this country, or it's sold out. They are really good, so definitely that's a really good tip to save you some time. Tip number 5, don't forget to check out the home section. They have a really, really good home section. We like their bedding, it actually washes quite well, really good prices. Their cushions are really good as well. I've had a really fab marble shower curtain from there, absolute cheap as chips. So yeah, definitely check out the home section. On that note, tip number 6, some other sections you might not think to check out would be the activewear section or the sportswear stuff. Really good prices, because a lot of the time sportswear is very, very overpriced, but I found it fits really well and it's very good at the whole like sweat resistance and all that sort of thing. The kids section is pretty good. It's not that great at the moment, but it's usually really good for things like nursery wear and stuff like that. And then I found recently, like right by the till, all the wrapping paper and all that, I found that to be really good quality and also very cheap, so another thing to check out. Tip number 7, do not queue up in the normal queues if you want to return something. They have, I think nearly all Primarks have a separate area. It's called their customer services area, where you need to return things and things like that, and a lot of the time don't queue up there to pay for things because half the time they turn you away. So queue in the normal queues to pay, go to customer services to return, to not be really, really annoyed when you get to the front of the till and they're like, no, we can't do that here. Tip number 8, use Primark to buy your trend-led pieces. You know, your dungarees, I just bought some last week, and things that you think you might only wear for one season that you don't want to invest a lot of money in. Definitely Primark is your perfect place for that. So they are very into all their embroidery and that sort of thing at the moment, and their sort of pleated palazzo trousers and a lot of things that, like I said, you might not want to wear next season, so you don't want to be wasting a lot of money. Tip number 9, if you like something, buy it in more than one colour. Usually their prices are so low that it's affordable to do that, and I've especially found this on footwear. If I found a really nice fitting sandal or an everyday kind of shoe that fits really well, then I am quite likely to buy it in more than one colour. Also on basic tees and things like that. And things like this jumper. I got this jumper in this colour and 2 other colours because they were only £5 each. And my last tip, which is more of a functional tip than anything else, if you have bought a lot of stuff and it's bad weather, ask them to double bag it. I'm sorry, environment, I recycle everything, and I am very much like a planet person, but they are paper bags, so you can recycle them, but get them to double bag it, because the rain, they just disintegrate in front of you and everything will end up all over the street. That has happened to me on occasion before. So yeah, double bag if it's raining and you've bought a lot of stuff. So that was my 10 tips for shopping in Primark. Hope you found them interesting. It's probably all stuff you already know, but I thought because I've been asked quite a lot, I may as well do a video like this. So don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.